Lewis Hamilton has finally reached his limit. After weeks of trying to stay calm, trying to stay diplomatic, and trying to stay hopeful, the seven-time world champion is no longer pretending. The reality is simple. The Ferrari SF25 is not good enough. It's not just underperforming, it's flat-out slow. And in Miami, it has become painfully obvious that no setup change, no optimistic interview, and no strategic trick can hide the truth anymore. For Hamilton, the frustration isn't just about one bad weekend. It's about a season slowly slipping through his fingers because the tools Ferrari gave him are simply not fit for the job. When Hamilton was asked if he expected anything different for the sprint race, he didn't sugarcoat his answer. He didn't make excuses. He simply said, "Not really. All the cars ahead are faster." That one short sentence said everything. There was no anger in his voice, no dramatic tone, no frustration. It was just a calm, honest assessment from a driver who's seen it all and no longer has the energy to fake optimism. This wasn't about headlines, it was about truth. And when someone like Lewis Hamilton, known for his measured words, starts speaking this directly, it means things are worse than we imagined. He didn't attack the team, he didn't blame anyone, he just laid out the facts. In practice, the car felt a little better, but in terms of speed, it was miles off. He said Ferrari is lacking pure pace. That's not something you can solve with a good strategy or clever pit stops. It's not about luck or balance. It's a core performance issue. The SF25 just doesn't have the speed to compete with Red Bull, McLaren, or even Mercedes. And Hamilton knows it. But while Hamilton is giving the public honest answers, Ferrari, team boss Fred Vasseur is still playing the role of the eternal optimist. According to Vasseur, the team wasn't too far off. There were just a few balance issues, and maybe, just maybe, the race could change everything because of tyre degradation. It's the same line we've heard for years now. Ferrari always hopes tyre wear will save them, but it never does. The tyres degrade, the pace drops, and they fall behind. Ferrari fans have heard this story before, and now even Hamilton has had enough of it. He's not lashing out, he's not being disrespectful, he's just being honest. And that's what makes his words even more powerful. When a driver of his experience and reputation starts pointing out problems without the usual PR language, it's because he knows the situation is serious. He knows Ferrari is not where it should be. And he's trying to send a clear message, not just to the fans, but to the team itself. What's even more frustrating is that Vasseur continues to talk like things are going fine. He congratulated Kimi Antonelli, the young Mercedes driver, for a great qualifying lap. But when that lap is over half a second faster than both Ferraris, and Hamilton is qualifying behind his own future replacement at Mercedes, it's hard to call that fine. It sounds more like damage control. Ferrari is not fighting for wins. They're not even fighting for the podium. They're fighting to stay in the top 5, and sometimes not even that. It's not just about one weekend, it's about a trend. Every Ferrari lap looks like a compromise. If they set up the car to have good front-end grip, they lose rear traction. If they go for stability, they lose cornering speed. The drivers are having to adapt corner by corner, choosing which weakness to live with. That's not how a top team should operate. That's how a midfield team survives. And Ferrari is stuck in survival mode. The difference between Hamilton and Charles Leclerc also tells us a lot. Leclerc has been at Ferrari for years. He knows how things work inside the team. He's been through every rule change, every failed upgrade, and every preseason full of hope that leads nowhere. He's used to this, he's adapted. But Hamilton came to Ferrari expecting more. He came to win. He came to make history. And now he's stuck fighting for P7 on good days. It's not a skill issue. It's not because Hamilton is past his prime. It's because the car just isn't fast enough. Leclerc might be able to deal with the chaos because he's lived in it for so long. Hamilton, on the other hand, is still expecting order, performance, and results. And that contrast shows how deep the problem goes. If one driver can't pull the team forward after 5 years, and the other can't even get a clean lap in without a major compromise, then the issue isn't the drivers. It's the car. It's the system. And most of all, it's the mindset. The real shock isn't Red Bull being fast. That was expected. The real concern is McLaren and Mercedes pulling ahead while Ferrari stands still. Just 2 years ago, McLaren was one of the slowest teams on the grid. They were nowhere. But they looked at their problems, changed direction and rebuilt their entire approach. Now Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri are both making regular appearances near the front. They didn't get lucky, they got serious. Mercedes is doing the same. Many thought Hamilton leaving would slow them down. Instead, they brought in Antonelli, and the young driver delivered a stunning lap that made Ferrari look like an amateur project. Mercedes didn't collapse, they evolved. Meanwhile, Ferrari is still talking about tyre wear and balance tweaks. They're not chasing the front, they're chasing ghosts. And that's why Hamilton is speaking out, because someone has to. Ferrari has been holding on to its history for too long. The red suits, the legacy of Schumacher, the idea that Ferrari will always rise again. It doesn't mean anything if the car isn't fast. History doesn't win races, speed does, and right now, Ferrari has neither. Every time Vasseur talks about small progress or promising gaps, it just sounds like a distraction from the bigger truth. The SF25 is not competitive, and everyone knows it. This isn't about changing drivers or firing engineers. It's deeper than that. It's about how Ferrari thinks and works. The other top teams are moving forward, improving every weekend. Ferrari is still hoping things will magically get better. That hope is costing them. It's holding them back. And when even Lewis Hamilton, the most experienced driver on the grid, starts calling it out, it's time to stop pretending and start fixing. Hamilton's words in Miami weren't emotional, they were professional. They came from a driver who knows what a good car feels like and who knows this isn't it. He's not trying to embarrass Ferrari, he's trying to push them to be better. But if they keep ignoring the signs, if they keep dressing up poor performance with nice words, they'll lose more than just races. They'll lose the very chance they took when they signed Lewis Hamilton. The SF25 is not just missing something, it's missing a lot. And the longer Ferrari takes to admit it, the longer it will take to fix it. Hamilton has sounded the alarm. The question now is whether Ferrari is listening, because if they aren't, then this season, and maybe more, will be lost before they even realize it.